My Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good holiday weekend. Hope you guys have a good lead up to the new year. This is gonna be Taurus and Scorpio sitting in a tree, KISSING, for 2021. Yes, sir. We are headed for a new and better year, trust me. None of this 2020 business. At any rate, what I know so far, this is relating to a lot of different variations of Taurus and Scorpio. So y'all could be together. You might not be together. You might be on the verge of getting back together. You might not be thinking about getting back together. And one of the both of you are. For others of you, you might not make it through the whole year. Let me just throw that shit up against the wall right now, so y'all can just buck up with it. We'll do the first 6 months. Trying to do all 12 at one time just gets crowded. Yeah, there's that damn 3 of Swords. Who the hell knew? That part right there. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Taurus is getting that world card. Good googly moogly. Okay. I'm sorry. Because there is past energy tied up into all of this, some of you may be just fresh on the heels of a breakup. Probably get some clues here as to whether or not you're going to get back together next year. Looking at the Fool up here at the top, on top of the King of Swords. Definitely dealing with loss and trying to process the loss. I have a sneaky suspicion that Scorpio is taking this a might bit harder than Taurus. If there was a breakup, if you are on the verge of breaking up, that group, you may be trying to weigh up what the losses are going to be in order for you to move forward, either as a couple or on your own. So there, some of you, that King of Swords energy, there may be some good advice coming your way, so you may want to seek out that this is in your overall energy. Some of you may be thinking about reaching out to someone that's been through this before, or that knows your Scorpio, however that's resonating with you. But at the end of that long haul, it's really dealing with the loss, and the painful and necessary is just adding on to it, but it's really just talking about the loss. On the back end of your overall energy, the 2 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles, a lot of power struggles, and who's going to rule the roost. And this is up in your overall energy. You know, everybody got a comment. The choir over here got something to say. Folks over here got something to say. Folks peeking in the window got something to say. And it's just turning into a power struggle for many of you, because you feel like this is your shit. This is your house. Hell, why are you in my house? Whatever. Oddly enough, though, the back of this is about planning. So some of you, if you haven't broken up yet, you might be, will be planning your escape. There's a lot of tension in this relationship right now. So if this is resonating with you, okay, there's a lot of tension here. And there doesn't feel like anything is being resolved. This is just everybody throwing shit back and forth, like a non-ending, never-ending food fight. That's what it feels like. Your challenge, Taurus, with this is dealing with the fact that you are opposites. This just came up in the weekly reading. In this specific deck, on this specific side of the card, it deals with the reconciliation of opposites. And sometimes when we think reconciliation, we think putting things back together the way they're supposed to be. But a lot of times reconciliation can be pulling apart and reconciling back to yourself. Hello. So you're entering a new chapter, because this is the front end of this card. So you see girlfriend, she's getting ready to swing right on through the window. The back end, you're not really looking behind you for whoever this is resonating with. And your challenge is don't. If you decide to cut it off, Move forward. Don't be looking behind you. Just keep moving. If you decide to stay, move forward. Don't be looking behind you. Oddly enough, this is talking about reaching a destination. However that go, this is a new chapter, either with or without. So just know that you're entering a new chapter, and it either will be or it won't. This is on top of the Five of Cups. Taurus, as always, I know y'all sick of hearing this shit. I am too. It's about the change. And for some of you that have been with your Scorpio a minute or 2 or 3 or 10, you may be wondering, you know, why is this happening now? Why are we breaking up now? Why am I thinking about leaving now? Because for many of you, you've outgrown the situation. You've done all that you can do one way or the other, and you may be at that point in your relationship where you're going, well, damn, I was just getting comfortable. And then down here looking, there's a lot of feet to this. Eat the fish, leave the bones, as grandmama used to say. Don't choke on what don't belong to you. But again, this is different variations of Taurus and Scorpio parents. So take what belongs to you. If it's resonating good, if it doesn't, don't pick it up. January, looking at the Hermit, on top of the Magician. That's double major energy. This is about the blockages. Even though this deck talks about your patience being rewarded, you've had to be patient because there have been things blocking you. And maybe what a lot of you don't understand or don't know is why. Why when you bring up certain subjects, you get shut down. Why when you talk about wanting to do something, you get completely and totally shut the fuck down. Like, hey, we ain't talking about that. So, while the front of the Hermit talks about seeking inner light, you may now, it says patience rewarded, but what may happen is you may now find out what the actual blockages have been. Notice the flowers in the skull right there. So you may be dealing with a situation that is old and not new. And maybe finding out about it now because somebody got careless. I'll just put that where it is. Somebody said something, did something, made a mistake, and oops, yeah, just like that. And now things are coming to light. Notice the light there with the bird on his arm. Use your brain, Taurus, in dealing with this. Use your brain. Whatever you discover, whatever you find out, and I'm looking at these dogs down here barking, so you may well hear about something from a third party, on a fifth party, on a party line, and be like, wait, what name did you just say? Who are you talking about? That kind of thing. It would be completely and totally by accident as far as it looks, but you know, ain't nothing new under the sun, and the moon don't play that bullshit either. So you're going to hear about it when you need to hear about it. We get to February, 9 of Wands on top of the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the lack of focus. You may just, by February, just be out to your tithers on a tether and just not focusing on anything. I feel a sense of frustration there. Like, you know, why am I the fuck standing out here by my damn self? Hello? Once again, the back end of this card talks about choices and regrets, and now you may be finding out what it is that was the choice and where the regret was. It could be, in some instances, not all, but it could be, in this particular instance, Scorpio, dealing with decisions that they've made. So now, those of you that are on the reboot, the redo, the do-over, Scorpio may well come back. Heart and hand talk about, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I would not do or say anything probably in the month of February, Taurus, with your Scorpio if they're coming back. I would let the dust settle, as it were. and wait until the fog clears. You may be going, what do you mean you didn't know you did da-da-da-da? Why are you standing at my damn door? Y'all feel me? Before you put your foot in it, take a step back and deal with whatever. I wouldn't make any decisions in February, though, with as it pertains to Scorpio. I would hold off. When we get to January, February, March, we get to March, the Six of Wands on top of the Page of Cups, you may get some news. This is going to bounce back here to the Hermit sitting on top of the Magician. But now it's going to be a complete chorus of people. Yeah, I saw the same thing. That kind of thing. And this is where you're going to need to brace yourself against anxiety, Taurus, and depression. Because a whole lot of shit may come to light. And you may just be like, the fuck you just said? That part right there. For those of you that are in that particular situation, take the news as you hear it. But don't let it overwhelm you. And don't let people overtake the situation and start adding extra or whatever. Sometimes you just do better when you don't make any comment or don't let anybody know what you're going to decide to do. And just move forward in whatever fashion you need to move forward. But there are definitely in your situation other people involved. And there are, I'm going to stop here and say, probably some people that don't want to see Taurus and Scorpio together. So, they're waiting to see the first drop of blood hit the floor. Because they're going to be all over it like white on rice. I'm just saying. So, like I'm saying, sometimes you just no emotion, no reaction at all. And just move forward and let people think what they need to think. Do not feel like you have to defend yourself. Once again, be news or messages coming to you. But don't feel like you got to, jump in there and comment on everything. We get to April. And April, I usually do April and May together because those are Taurus months. Looking at the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords on top, here's where your thinking begins to change. And you start seeing what the fuck is really who to ha. And realizing that maybe your security is not as sure as you thought it was with your Scorpio. And this could be finances as well. You may find out, some of you, and I hate to say this shit because it's just all 12 ways of Sunday fucked up, but some of you may find out about an outside child. That kind of shit. Do not, I'm going to say this again, do not get up off your game. Going back to April with the Page of Pentacles, it's the indebtedness part here. So it may be a series of things that you hear, bill hasn't been paid or something wasn't done financially that was on the responsibility of your partner, and then all of it will come out. By the time we get to May, and for you May Tauruses, I'm sorry you got to go through this bullshit around your birthday, but I'm telling you now, I'm going to say that part. So if you have an inkling of something going on now, you ain't got to wait till May just because I'm standing here holding the damn cards and said the month May. Time is fluid. But if you're feeling this Taurus, right now in this moment, as you're listening to me, start doing what you need to do. When we get to June, the Nine of Swords on top of the Ten of Cups. Yeah. A lot of you may be just trying to hold on. This could be Scorpio or Pisces. I'm holding it upside down. I am, even though I don't do reversals. It's the connection. All that contentment and shit is running right the hell up out the boat. And one or the other of you may become obsessive about trying to make shit work. I have a feeling that might be Scorpio running around trying to, well, wait a minute, we can do this, we can do that. Just becoming just totally obsessed with the whole situation. Almost in the light of having an aha moment, going, oh, that's how you found out. Come on. The Six of Wands. And then just becoming totally obsessed with trying to make this shit right. There may be some overanalyzing on your part towards all them damn swords. Just trying to process too much because you're hearing too much at one time. However that's resonating with you. Again, if it's time to go, I wouldn't let anybody with their obsession keep me from doing what I need to do for myself. I'm just saying. Yeah. King of Cups down here is telling me Scorpio is trying to be controlling. And as you get towards the end of the year, that might be the point. That might be the tipping point where you decide, okay, I'm the fuck done, regardless of whatever, who the hell. I have overcome said fears. This is October, and I'm getting the fuck on. Scorpio ain't taking kindly to it. And again, the energy could be vice versa. I feel less Scorpio towards Taurus and more Taurus towards Scorpio. So, with the Queen of Wands on top of the Fool, this is where things get thoughtless. People get reckless and disruptive and shit. Now you got somebody obsessing over you because they don't want the relationship to end because you done. If that's how this is rolling out for you. And as you become aware, that's what old girl is here for, letting you know. And now you know. You may get scared. The fuck? What me tell you? You may just get outright scared. The Fool is talking about risk, change. But also, other person might be getting a little reckless. You know, oh, you can't leave. I can hear that conversation. And that's reckless to me, telling somebody they can't leave. Taurus, do what you need to do if that is the case. Obviously, if I read them reversed, loyalty is coming into question, and of course it would with the Three of Swords up here. So it might not be a thing where you can actually pinpoint somebody was cheating on you April 3rd, 1982. It might not be like that. It may be a series of things that you hear. But again, coming into awareness and realizing the other person may be reckless in what they're thinking about, because it feels like whatever's going on for whoever this is resonating with, the other person didn't expect it to get out ever. So just know that your person is mad at some folk. That part right there. They mad because why'd you say that? Who told you to call her anyway? Yeah, that conversation coming. When we get to August, the Five of Wands on top of the Page of Swords, definitely being alert, because there's going to be some conflict. So Taurus, there's your heads up right there. Okay, you see the dogs. And unfortunately, for some of these situations, it might be more than one third party. There might be 2 or 3 extra people on the side as we come out. Babies and a whole lot of other shit. That part right there. As you begin to realize what's going on, because you may just hear about one part of it. There's more. I hate to say that shit. That's fucked up. But that's the truth. There's more. 3 dogs. There it is. That is sitting up underneath this Three of Swords from May. So from May to August, June, July, August, yeah, you may hear a lot. It's going to be about the conflict. Now, y'all know me. I don't play that hidden and shit. But those of you that are in violent situations, you may not know they're violent yet. But here's what you got to understand. When somebody gets discovered, that part right there. A lot of people, when they've been doing shit for so long, and then they realize they've been busted, they're not going quietly into the night. So here's where the conflict comes. You know, you ain't taking my car. Yes, I am taking your car. Keep the conflict down to a dull roar, Taurus. There's no reason for you to prove any kind of point. So here we get to September with detachment. That's the Star card. You may need to just go ahead and detach yourself emotionally from this situation so you can go ahead and do what you need to do. Sitting on top of the Six of Cups, it's about the disappointments and somebody being stuck in the past. And that Scorpio, them cups. So they may be, disappointed that you found out, which is fucked up, and just regretful. It could be one of these situations, Taurus, where you decided to move on, and you wake up one day and Scorpio is still acting like y'all are 10 feet deep in a relationship. Once again, that star is sitting underneath this Nine of Swords ain't no damn joke. It's no joke, and that's all about the obsession. The hell you mean you fix me breakfast? I don't like you like that no more. That kind of energy. Keep your eyes open. When we get to October, like I said, that's the Death card on top of the Page of Wands. For some of you, there may be a new beginning. But for a lot of you, it's going to be about overcoming your fears. That Page of Wands. And I fuck with a rope. I'm just dealing with this little boy and this thing in his hand. As you overcome your fears, realizing it might be time to do you. And pages are younger energy. So this is you starting over. Overcoming your fears. And I believe most of you, once you get into the summer, you'll realize what direction you need to go in. The catch is going to be becoming detached enough and hoping that your Scorpio just doesn't stay into any kind of obsessed, you can't leave type situation. That's what you're trying to avoid. When we're looking at November, the Two of Pentacles on top of the King of Cups. Scorpio may try to impede your progress moving forward. So this is going to ring around a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. They may try to steal your car keys. They may be trying to go through your cell phone. Oh, the list goes on and on. As you get towards the end of the year and into the holidays, but more specifically, as you get yourself in a position of moving away from Scorpio, just be mindful. Just be mindful. This is not going to be easy for either one of you. It just isn't. And Scorpio is already, fuck. Scorpio and Taurus both have control issues when we get right down to it. Both like exact things, precise things a certain way. And so as you begin to uncouple, if you were, as it were, there may be some serious conflict because, you know, everybody wants to rule this situation. It feels like Scorpio really doesn't want this to end, and they may be in the background trying to figure out how they can continue to have their cake and eat it too. Just put that out there. December, the Ace of Wands on top of the Knight of Wands. This is about where you'll break off, if there's going to be any breaking, or if you go through all of this and come to some kind of meeting of the minds. When you get to the end of next year, you will know that you will either be together or separate. That Ace of Wands is all about the action. Knight of Wands, moving right along. That part right there. So some of you, well, whichever camp you fall into. By the time you get to December next year, if it's not going, you'll know it. If it is going, you'll know it. So, I'm sorry. Taurus and Scorpio having such a tumultuous time of it right now, but again, like I said earlier, this feels like a situation where the universe, more on Taurus's behalf than anything, is pushing you into new territory. And where you are right now is not good for you. That many of you may have to find out that your partner's been cheating on you and got the cheating has roots, if you will. That's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. So just buck up for that. There's real truth. Close the damn door. Close it. If you need to close it and walk out, do it. Don't hesitate. Don't stay in something that's no longer serving you. Show some love. You may need to meet out some of the evil meanness Scorpio might be trying to work up, conjure up. Show some love. Do what's not expected of you, Taurus. That's how I'm going to put that. So where ordinarily you'd be sharpening up your horns and get ready to bulldoze through some shit, show some love. There's not going to be a point here, those of you that are breaking up, where you're going to need to stand in the middle of the room and fart and snort and move your horns around. Scorpio is going to be fully aware. I'm going to say that again. Scorpio is going to be fully aware of what they've done and what the implications are. And they're going to be ready for a fight. All that conflict you heard me talking about is already there. So show some love instead. Baby, I love you. Just can't do this no more. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Don't argue. Don't get into some power struggle. And then think about what you're doing. Is it worth it? Those of you that are considering staying in a relationship, is it worth it? Especially if you find out some shit. Is it worth it? Just saying. I wouldn't be anywhere where I'm not wanted, though. And I wouldn't be anywhere where, you know, I'm girl number 3. Guys, same for you. You do number 2. No. How that going? Because you're giving them your undivided attention. And if this is vice versa, Scorpio, I'm saying the same thing to you. Don't be somewhere and you're not wanted. Move on. Ride the wave. Just go with the flow. Don't be trying to make a whole bunch of... And again, Taurus, that's for you. Where people are expecting a fight, just roll with it. Just roll with it. Protecting treasure. At some point, Taurus, you may need to realize you need to protect yourself and protect your emotions and protect your own heart. A lot of you may have been in this situation trying to look out for your partner, cover up, whatever, and you may be feeling betrayed. And at that point, that's where you start protecting your own heart. If you feel like, especially if you get to a point where you're talking about getting back together, if you feel like your heart is not going to be protected, Taurus, move along. Just saying. Only thing I can say about this is the devil is in the details. This is details. The devil is in the details. So, particularly where finances, joint finances are concerned. Taurus, you're good at this. Get your pencil, your little calculator, and figure it out. There may be money missing. For many of you, that'll be the way you discover what's really going on. See where money has been going the past year, 6 months to a year. Just remember, whatever's going on, you've got the experience, you've got the knowledge, the wisdom to deal with whatever it is. There's no reason to get down and dirty in this situation, however it plays. The one that's doing wrong knows what they've done, and they are fully aware of the implications. So, new chapter, keep that in the forefront of your mind and move forward. Taurus and Scorpio, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good and safe new year. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.